live anyway. Um, I'm hoping we're live. Okay. Zayed says today's live is special, and he's from Pakistan. I'm not sure where you're watching from. It may be YouTube or we've got somebody else from India. But I'm going to go to Facebook and watch the comments there because I don't pick up many here, and most of the people that watch are in the Facebook group. So I'm going to go to Facebook and pick up the comments there. I hope, if Facebook behaves. If we get there. I can't see my video even. Let's refresh the page. There we go. Now then, have we got the comments? Yes, we have. Brilliant. Okay, so Russ is back at the top, closely followed by Dave and Kevin. Okay, so what's all this about? Okay, my name's Graham Frame and I'm here with the latest updates on the beta pre-launch of We Share Abundance. And it's very easy on a Saturday and Sunday usually, because the development is pretty much at a stop, at a standstill, because the developers don't work weekends. However, Devyani was out all day, but when she came back this evening, she found a lot of queries from me, and these were passed on, and some of the things that were going on have been fixed. The code got mixed up somehow in the cashback, the $25 cashback, and so the sponsor was getting the $25 instead of the member. That will be corrected. She's going to write a script and correct that tomorrow. So if you've got a $25 payment there and you're thinking, well, this is good, it's probably not yours, and somebody else is thinking, why haven't I got my cash back? So we had a lot of support tickets about it. So that was one of the things. There were other bits and pieces as well. Most of them have been sorted out. The code has been fixed on the cashback, but the changes haven't been put right. So what will happen is early tomorrow GMT time, there will be a movement. That $25 will go to where it should have gone in the first place, and that is the person that staked the pool and not the sponsor. So that'll all be done before we start running the month-end figures, which we'll be doing tomorrow. When we start that, there will be a redirect in place, so you won't even be able to get to the We Share Abundance site. If you put in We Share Abundance, it'll just redirect you to another page, and until the back end has finished running all the bits and pieces. So there has been some movement in development, but it's been in fixing bugs and things. Fortunately, the support teams are brilliant, and they've been pretty much without me, although I started out well this morning. I got in the tickets early and cleared all the tickets and deposits and things, and then the support team took over, and then they're brilliant, and the KYC team, all part of the support, and the deposits, of course, all got handled. It's not been as hectic as most months, and there are obvious reasons for that. People are discontented because of the situation with withdrawals, and that's bandied about all over the place. And so we don't have the same growth that we had been experiencing prior to the withdrawal situation being what it is now. That is the fact that we're paying out a lot more people, paying out the same sort of money, but it's going to a lot more people, so the amounts are less. Hopefully, we will get to a stage where we'll not only be paying out a lot more people than we are now, but we'll be paying out a lot more to the people as well. Excuse me. However, today, since this morning, has been an ongoing battle in the exchange. The day started out great. We were up at around about $150 per token, and the sales were steady. And then all of a sudden, everybody decided that they wanted to sell everything that they've got. And we've had people trying to sell 20, 30 tokens. We've had a lot of people selling ones and twos. Most of these people will be members of We Share Abundance. And I know that some of them aren't members, but most of them will be members. And the fact that people want to sell 20 tokens for Bitcoin or Litecoin or USDN, when they know that we're selling tokens there from the withdrawal people, is a bit disappointing. You know, somebody thinks that a few $1,000s for them is more important than $50 for 1,000 or so people. So it's a little bit disappointing in that respect, but it is what it is, and we have to deal with it. And what's happened, of course, is it's forced the price of the tokens down considerably, and then they're probably, well, I know they are lower than they were yesterday at this stage. They're around about $100 each. I think yesterday they were about 120. As I say, earlier this morning, they were topping 150. But these people wanting to sell lots of tokens against these three, particularly against the three that we're trying to pay the withdrawals with, is non-productive. That's the best word for it, I suppose. Non-productive. So, so that's a quick update on the development and the admin side. Withdrawals are being paid now, but I doubt that we will get all the 0.2s paid. However, let's, as suggested yesterday by a couple of people, let's start with a bit of a prayer. And the more we pray together as a community, not necessarily all at the same time, but I mean, you can join in with this if you want, and not if you don't want, it doesn't matter. But your prayers will always be welcomed and very useful. Praying does bring results. So our little prayer is, Dear Heavenly Father, bless this community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and through that love, each member may find the joy of service, and through that service, bless each member that they may attract all they need in life. So that's our little prayer. It's nice if you like that, and it's okay if you don't. But I think it's a good prayer. Something I came across in a little book here, and I think that this is really good, because we always make excuses and run away from things that we don't like. And this is a little short paragraph. It says, "I always remember this truth when I mentally try to find a way to escape from something that seems too hard for me. I think then I am escaping, not overcoming." And I think we can all be guilty of that, and trying to escape rather than overcome. And when we get things that are hard, overcoming them strengthens us. It gives us additional strength. It builds us in our character and everything. Challenges should be welcomed. I love challenges, because I know that if I can overcome those challenges, then it strengthens me. I grow. And so I welcome challenges. But it is very easy to get into a habit of running away from them and say, "Oh, I'll leave it. I'll put it on one side," and it never gets handled. So, couple of little bits there. That prayer, which I think we should use every day, and that little quotation there. Right. What else? On the withdrawals, unfortunately, I don't think we will get all the 0.2s paid. We're working on them now. It's not a question of time. It's simply a question of finance. There just hasn't been anything like enough activity in the purchase of tokens, and a lot of the purchases I've missed. I've been on the exchange most of the day, just trying to keep on top of things, but of course you can't be there 100% of the time, and so we did lose some money to speculators or greedy members, whichever they were. It's as I say, it's pushed the token value down a little bit on yesterday. It doesn't worry me particularly, that, but it would have been nice to make sure we got all the 0.2s paid. I think it's unlikely. So if you get paid and you anything less than 0.2 has already been paid. But if you're on 0.2 and you don't get paid, well, you're just going to have to accept it and keep praying for We Share Abundance, that we will grow and sustain greater withdrawals. And if you did get paid, be gracious and grateful. Who was it? I think it was it Arthur Ashe said something about when you receive something, be grateful, and when you don't, be gracious. I can't remember whether it was Arthur Ashe or not, but it is a quote, something along those lines, from somebody famous. And I think that applies to the situation we have now. So let's move on. First of all, let's go through the numbers, because at the end of the month, something extraordinary always happens. Excuse me. We remove a massive amount of people at the end of every month. And I'm not quite sure why. It must be because we have a massive amount of people joining at the beginning of every month, and most of them don't do anything. And it happens every month. We get this one day where there are a huge amount of people removed, and today we removed 11,775 members that weren't active. That was people that haven't that registered initially, but certainly haven't logged in for 2 months and don't have an active stake and don't have a significant Visa balance. So 11,775 of our registered members were removed. We did actually have new registrations today of 886. So that is up. It's a bigger number than we've been getting. It's not as big as we've had in some past months, but it's a decent number. But most of the registrations we're getting are not staking the pools, and so the pool staking side is down somewhat. But 886 new registrations, 11,775 inactive members removed, and that resulted in a net decrease in the number of registered members we have of 10,989. So we have 67,163 registered members now, and we'll start building up, and we'll knock out another 10 or 15,000 at the end of next month, perhaps. Okay. The important figure, of course, is the number of active members we have. And we have 27,669 active members. These are people that are logging in on a regular basis. And that is up 346 on yesterday. So we've been increasing the number of active members, and that's the important figure. The other figures are not too important. I like the number of people we get registering in a day. I think that's a good figure, and 886 is that. But I think the actual number of registered and the net number of registered people isn't that important. It's nice to say, okay, we got 886 registrations today, but it's better to say we got 346 increase in the number of active members over yesterday, and that's the important number. Pool 1, I think a lot of the pools, Pool 1 that is staked, we know that the people that stake Pool 1, the numbers that we get are the total number of Pool 1 that are members that have staked Pool 1 at some stage, and we know that probably 20% of those are not active. And in that 11,775 that we removed as inactive members, some of those will have had inactive Pool 1 stakes. And so the result is that we've only had a net increase of 17 in Pool 1. We now have 29,559 Pool 1 people that stake Pool 1 that have not been removed from our database. It is up 17 on yesterday, despite the fact that we've moved 11,775. How many of them were Pool 1 members? Okay, just a minute. Facebook has packed up. What's happening with Melon? Let me have a look. Melon seems to be okay. But Facebook has stopped streaming the video. What do we do with that? I don't know whether this is back. I refreshed the page. Okay. Antonio says he's watching from Facebook and it's okay. Okay, so and Paul says he sees and hears me. Okay, it must have been Facebook for me. It went all black and then said we can't play this video. So it looks like it's working okay. Good. Okay. Lost my track now. Where am I up to? Oh yeah. So this is a more accurate figure that we have for pool one now. Anyway, it's 29,559 because we know that about 20% of the pool one stakers drop out for whatever reason. And pool six is up 83 on yesterday to 14,010 people that have staked pool six. And no doubt there'll be one or two pool six stakes that got removed in that almost 12,000 as well, that had expired and they, for whatever reason, didn't continue. So it's a net increase of 83 on pool six. We know pool six tend to stick better. Only about 2% of the people that have staked pool six drop out. Most of them stick with it. So that's probably a fairly accurate figure, 14,010. Site ranking, we are gradually climbing up and getting closer to that 10,000 mark. We started out the month around about 11,000 something or other, I think. But we are now the 10,296th most visited site globally. And that is up 20 places on yesterday. So some of the things, or the most important things, are going in the right direction. The active members and the site ranking and the token was going in the right direction this morning. But as I say, there's been a lot of activity that has damaged the value of the token today. A lot of people competing for selling large amounts of tokens, and all they succeed in really is pushing the price down, but it'll bounce back. Coin ranking, when I took the figures, it was showing $106.19. It was $112.87 in the back office. The trading volume was 47,303 on the day, and the coin ranking was 514. So that's down a little bit. We were 503 yesterday. So that's down 11 places in the coin ranking, but it's up on what it was earlier in the last week. 514 on a day where the coin price has been pushed down. So I think what's going to happen as we get into the new month and we see the price coming up again, I think we'll see that ranking get down below 500 on a regular basis. So those are your numbers. Let me have a look at the comments and see. Okay. Loads of people have been paid. Yeah, there's been thousands of people that have been paid. We're paying a lot more people than we used to pay, but we're only paying out similar amounts. We probably paid out less this month than for a few months, simply because of the negative thoughts of some people about the situation. and so it puts it into a downward spiral. But it will bottom out and start coming back up. Okay. Let me have a look. See if we can. Just because of withdrawal system, people are worried about this, so that's why people are leaving WeShare Abundance. Yeah, it is. That's what I said at the beginning. And it's up to them, and it doesn't matter, because the people that are left will be the core and the strength going forward. So as Deborah Nichols says, shake them off, bye. Yeah, that is the situation we're in. We're getting rid of the freeloader, freebooters, the greedy ones, the ones that just want something for nothing, don't really want to share love and abundance. They don't want to be of service. They're just there with their hands out, give me, give me, give me. They don't want to give anything back. And those people are the ones that are not understanding what we're about, and they will leave and they won't join. And it doesn't matter, because the people that we want will understand and will stay with us and will join us. And we are still getting the registrations, and a lot of those people may be people that simply don't have the confidence, but if they are active, they will gradually work their way up, and they will be able to withdraw a certain amount of money. And I get this question, I get people saying, well, I put in a request and it was $50 at the beginning of the month, but now it's more than that or less than that or whatever. It's not affected by what the value of the withdrawal you put in is. All that affects whether you get paid or not is how many people have put in a request that's lower than you. If you put in a request for $1,000 and there's only 2 people put in a request lower than that, then you're going to get paid your $1,000. Well, that isn't going to happen, is it? Lots of people put in requests at the minimum level because they simply need $10 or whatever it is. And so those people get paid first. And if it's all about, excuse me, it's all about simply how many people have put in a request that is lower than your request. It doesn't matter what level your request is. It's all about how many people there are that have requested less than you, because they will get paid before you. So I get asked to forecast, how much will you be paying? Will it be $50? I don't know. It depends on who requests what. There's no way of knowing what is going to get paid and what isn't going to get paid before they are paid. It's pretty certain that the people that put in requests for the absolute minimum amount will get paid, because they're the ones that are going to get paid first. So that's about as far as I can go with it. Somebody says he registered somebody and they've not got a verification email. There is a specific category within the support desk for that. If you put in a support ticket there, it'll get sorted for you. I'm watching from Facebook. Yeah, okay. I think I've lost a lot of comments at the top, but here we go. What's this? What's the new website called? If you mean the one for the Matrix, it is what? Well, you'll know it tomorrow, because you'll get redirected to it if you try and get into WeShare Abundance. But it is multiplywesa.com. What happened if we did not receive verification email? Put a ticket into the category on the support desk. When are they paying, please? When are who paying what? Don't understand that question. We pay out every day, pretty much 24 hours a day. Some of my referrals didn't get verification email. That's the same question, okay? No, if he put a ticket in saying that he's not received his verification email, he did not get a reply saying, okay, we will check. They will sort it out for him. If someone stakes pools right now, will he be paid profit for January? Yeah, if he stakes a pool, what will happen if he stakes today? His stake won't be active until tomorrow, actually. So because he's already logged in today, so it will start effectively from tomorrow. So if you pay for a stake today, it'll be from the 1st of February. It'll always be the day after because you've already logged in to make your payment. So the staking rewards don't come in until the day after you actually make your stake. Greetings from Ghana. No sound, it's hard to walk and read captions. Judy says she got no sound. Everybody else has, so I don't know why. We're still paying out, and we'll be paying out until the last minute, till the last penny has disappeared. How many hours more to go for withdrawals? We'll run out of money before we run out of time, I think. Will August nest egg be paid next month into our Waves wallets? Yes. Well, no. Yes and no. The August nest egg was promised to be paid to your Waves wallet. However, the software would have been too complicated to do that and then change it, because and any nest egg offers after that, the offer is to transfer the money into your Weezer account in WeShare Abundance. So what will happen is the August nest eggs that get paid on February the 11th, I think, will be paid into your Weezer wallet in WeShare Abundance. And there will be an email to all the people that receive that, explaining all the situation to them, and if they want the transfer to their Waves wallet, they can have it, because that's what we promised. But we will probably offer an incentive to people not to do that, and it's up to them. But we keep our promises here at WeShare Abundance. We promised the people that bought the nest eggs in August that it would be paid into their Waves wallet. And if that's what you want, that's where it'll go. There will, as I say, be incentives to hold that. I've not decided exactly on what they are yet, but there will be an email goes out to all the people that are getting paid on February the 11th. So I hope that answers your question, Antonio. It'll be answered better as we get nearer the time, in perhaps another week. I have all my pool stake. Marie-Phil wanted to know because she has all her pool stake for 2 months. Can she put in a withdrawal request for 20? The withdrawal rules don't change no matter how many months you've been staking pools for or whatever, and they're on the website. When is Nest Egg coming again? I don't know. I'll try and run one every month, but it's a pain at the moment, and unless we spend time programming things, and we'll see. Do we expect to have adjustment bonus tomorrow? It depends on if the guaranteed minimum value goes up. I think it's unlikely to go up very much if it does go up because of the lack of activity over the month. I don't think our gross national product will have increased, or will have increased significantly anyway. And it doesn't look like the market value is going to be above the GMV. So I don't envisage there being much of an adjustment. When is US dollar amount tomorrow? It's transferred tomorrow. Can a person manage 2 accounts having same IP address? As long as the holders of the accounts are not residing in the same address, yes. Hi Andrew from New Zealand. Zambia. Nigeria and Pakistan. My downline is stick pools. He said it would be active. Weezer just shot up to 142 on the exchange. What, just now? I'd be surprised if it has, but I don't doubt you, Kevin. It depends on what's trading against. I don't think it'll be up at that level on coin ranking at the moment. What's GMT? Oh, you want the time. Now this has been asked for before. Putting the time on the dashboard, the server time. Yeah, I'm sure it can be done. We'll look into it. Let me make a note. Server time on Dash. Okay. I assume that was also applicable for the members who joined on the 31st of January. I don't understand what's applicable, but it's applicable, whatever it is, whatever I said is applicable for every day. It doesn't matter what day. Would anyone who stake pools qualify for tomorrow's lottery? Yes, as long as they had an active stake. on either the 30th or 31st of January. Just this minute, the price to US dollars 24-hour change 99.70. Okay, it's gone down a little bit again. There's a lot of people selling tokens on the exchange at the moment. A lot of people, and a lot of people trying to sell big amounts as well, 20 and 30 tokens. So it's just a bad Sunday. It started out, as I say, very well. The token was increasing in price. It was up at about 150 at something like 10 o'clock this morning. And since then, people have jumped in, saying perhaps they saw the price going up and they thought, oh, now I can sell because I can make a profit. And then they're all in there trying to unload tokens. No, the pool's not inactive if they bought it today. They will be included. There is no limit on the withdrawal, Sana, so there's nothing to increase. If you stake on the 31st, the 150% is applicable, but it won't start till February. So it'll be running from February the 1st. Because we don't have an increase in the number of members who purchase and stake pools. It's really low, Sally. If we were growing in the number of people that stake pools, it would improve the liquidity. But the fact is, normally at this time of the month, the end of the month, there are like 200, 300, 400 people a day becoming elite members, or they have been in the past. But I gave you the figures earlier. Yesterday was 95. Today's 83. Stake pool 6. Yesterday 95. Day before 95. Day before 97. We're less than half of what we have been in the past, and that's the situation. And the price of Weezer tokens is going down because there are a lot of people that have Weezer tokens that are wanting to sell them and not enough people wanting to buy them. And so that's the same in any market, whatever it is that's being sold, whether it's the housing market or whether it's the cryptocurrency market. But if everybody just does what Crypto Dave's suggesting there and brings in one person a month, you will see a big reversal in that trend. So when this option comes, we will send our token We Share Abundance to We Share Abundance. I don't understand that, Assad, but okay. I think we've covered everything. I don't know what time we'll be live with the numbers and the winners and everything tomorrow. I just want to say this about the lottery, because somebody yesterday said, what good is it winning the lottery if you can only withdraw $30 or whatever he said, something along those lines. And I was a bit abrupt with my answer, but the real answer is this. If somebody came along to you and said, we want to deposit $50,000 in your bank account in trust, but you can't draw it for 5 years, would you turn around to that person and say, oh, get stuffed, I'm not having that. I either want it now or never? Because that is in effect what this guy was saying yesterday. There is no doubt in my mind that in a couple of years, maybe 2, 3 years, maybe 4, maybe 5, I don't know, maybe quicker, maybe 1 or a year, or there will be sufficient liquidity to draw large sums from Visa tokens. The value will be up, the liquidity will be up, and you will be able to draw large sums. How large in a year? I don't know. How large in 2 years? I don't know. In 3, 4, 5 years, I think it'll be unlimited. So it's the same situation. We're saying, okay, we're going to give you this now, but you can't cash it in because there are not enough people want to buy the tokens. However, it's there, it's in trust for you. And as soon as we get that liquidity right, you're in clover. And it's exactly the same situation as somebody leaving money in trust for you. For example, if you were a 10-year-old or something like that, and somebody left you in trust till you were 21, $50,000, $100,000, you've got to wait 10 or 11 years to get it. So do you say, oh no, I don't want it? Which is the attitude of a lot of people with our lottery. Okay, the lottery is there, it's in trust for you, it's there, nobody's going to take it away from you, and it's up to you to just sit on it and be thankful for it and help the community to grow, help the token to increase in value and in liquidity, and one day, not sure when, you will be able to take that money out if you wish. Okay? You may want to leave a portion of it in because it's going to continue to grow. So if you get $1,000 today, by the time in 2 years' time, that $1,000 worth of tokens may well be worth $20,000. Might be worth more, might be worth less. I don't know. I've not got a crystal ball. But you may want to say, okay, this is great. I'll take 10 grand out and I'll leave 10 grand in because it keeps growing. But you will have that option. You don't have it now because we don't have the liquidity. The token's not been around long, not been around a year yet. You know, Bitcoin after a year was still a few cents. Where is it now? $30,000. It's taken 11, 12 years to get there. We'll get there quicker because crypto is more accepted, because we have something behind the token, not just speculation, which is the only thing that drives Bitcoin is speculation. But we have something solid behind it, and we will get there, and we'll get there quicker than Bitcoin got there, and we will eventually take that #1 ranking. And that is our goal. And with that #1 ranking, we will be able to help millions of people throughout the world escape from poverty. And that is what We Share Abundance is about. Okay? It's not about what you can get out of it today, although we are helping thousands of people every month with anything between $10 and $50, $60. Not sure what the value is of the payments we're making currently, but I'll find out and let you know tomorrow. Okay, that's where we are. That's what we have. And that's me until tomorrow. I will post in the group when I think I'll be on live with the figures. We'll have to see how well the stuff runs in the background. We try and improve it every month, and last month it went really a lot better than any previous month, so hopefully it'll go well tomorrow. God bless. See you all tomorrow. I'll post, as I say, in the group when I'll be live with some figures, and we look forward to somebody winning well over $60,000 and lots of people winning extra free money. Okay, God bless. See you tomorrow.